Hey campers, Bobby Williams here. I'm having quite an adventure just trying to figure out how to use this equipment. This is teaching an old dog new tricks, okay? But believe me, I'm learning it, and so will you. Today's subject matter is being unorganized, distinguished from disorganized by being unorganized. I got onto this concept years ago with a crew of people that call themselves the Rainbow Family. And when I say they call themselves that, they just systemically do. I have nothing to do with them philosophically or organizationally or anything. The thing I was impressed about was how well their unorganized group functions. They share ideals, they share values, they share belief systems and things that are more or less common to all the people that are participants. And yet there's no head, there's no hierarchy, there's nobody that's the boss, there's nobody that's the leader or so on. And they have dissipated throughout the internet by using a lot of people that post websites, and they just copy and paste content from one website to the next, and they kind of are almost like an email chain of some sort, where a lot of people get a new post and then they start putting that up on their web pages. The web pages are by and large free. They're the ones that when you get your internet access, you always get a amount of server space to put your own web page on there. Most people don't even know that anymore, but it goes back to the days of dial-up and the early days of the internet. So, I mean, now if you got high-speed, constantly attached internet, you still have, as a legacy of those POPs that used to be in existence, the point of presence that you dialed into, you still have a certain amount of server space, which is generally a lot more adequate than what anybody would use, and the ability to access that with what's called an FTP, which I don't even know what that stands for, but basically it's a password and user ID into their system that allows you to put things in and take things out. And I think it's fairly simple to learn how to do that. You can build websites on WordPress and a lot of other systems. GoDaddy has a program, and I'm sure a lot of others do as well, that you can build simplistic web pages. In this instance, somebody's doing it, and then you just go there and copy and paste that page onto your website. And they don't have a common URL or anything. They're just, when you search on the internet, you'll find, if you search for Rainbow Family, just about any spelling you want to use, you'll find tens of thousands of hits where you can go to, and a great many of those will have similar, if not exactly the same, content. So somebody will propose that they have a meeting, this year's annual meeting is going to be at the national park in, so and so, and the word spreads. If that's a popular idea, a popular place, people have been looking for that. They not only see it, but they grab it and post it on their own page and spread the word to the people that they know in their own little groups and all. So there'll be a drum group, and each one of the organizations has got their own little sub mess that they have common food in, and some people don't. They just go there and they're camp on their own and all. I think it's quite commonplace for them to get tens of thousands of people to show up for an annual meeting. And of course, they have little or no permission from the Parks Administrative Service, and they go there. The parks people don't like them because they tend to bring so much traffic and so much confusion. But they do clean up after themselves and leave the park in pretty good shape, because it's the organization's values, but or unorganized value. The thing I like about it is it's a lot like hiding a white Toyota in the mall parking lot a few days before Christmas. I mean, there are just so many of them that nobody can really pick out and see which one is which without reading each plate. So, excuse me for scratching my nose here, but it's a fall allergy season here. The idea being that if we have ideals and belief systems and things that which we do as Christians, as libertarian or just supporters of the Constitution of the United States, then we have a lot of common values that maybe I'm white, you're black, you're Asian, you're from South Alabama or North Minnesota, so maybe we don't use the same accent or anything, but at least in some of those things we share values. And I think it's important that we also be able to share those ideas with people in the future, and be able to communicate with people in the future to let people know what's going on. And I can't think of a better place than in plain sight. It just has to work. There's no head that you can cut off of this snake to kill it. In fact, it's sort of science fiction that every time you cut it into 10 pieces, you got 10 more instead of having killed one. And I think that's the message of the guerrilla army. And when I say army, I'm not talking about armed insurrection. I'm talking about ideals and commonly held beliefs. My commonly held belief is I'm a Christian. I'm a very charismatic Christian, and I also am a firm believer in the Constitution of the United States and the freedoms that it provides and the individual liberties that are protected by that, all of which are under attack by the communists in our system, the Marxists, the people who have come into this society to destroy it. And I got news for them. It's not going anywhere. They will absolutely exhaust themselves trying to get rid of this and end up in failure. And we will propagate this into the future by unorganizing and keeping the information available and flowing, and things like Federalist Papers and all those types of things that will remain in existence regardless of what anyone does to try to book ban, book burn, or destroy the ideals that were created by our founding fathers and blessed by Almighty God in this nation. And it will not falter. It may stumble a little bit, but we will prevail, and we will make sure that the people who have attacked these ideals and this ideology will pay the full measure. Thank you very much. And Unorganized today, there'll be more about this and Unorganized. In the meantime, you can go to your internet provider and ask them for access into your memory space in their server for your message, your web page. You can get your own URL and install that in there too. It may cost you an extra couple of bucks a month just to keep a private URL in their server, but it's worth every penny of it. Thank you very much, and we'll be back to you soon. There'll always be more data about how to do this, nuts and bolts, in the future. Thank you.